We are going to talk today about the Strategic Corporate Finance Program. And here are three mentors of the tracks of the program: Maria Kokoreva, Svetlana Grigoreva, and me, Anastasia Stepanova. We'll just make a short presentation of the program as a whole, and then we'll be ready to answer your questions on the program and on the tracks. So all the three mentors of the program are here. Okay, so let me share your screens. Yeah, you can use the chat for the questions. Yeah, and we can just read your questions and answer during the presentation or after that. Let me start. Can you see my screen?
Yes, and the full
Okay, okay, perfect. So I was ahead of this program for 8 years, but now the academic director is Yulia Vanesova. So I will try to tell about the main features of the program, and then I will give the floor to Maria and Svetlana to say a few words about the tracks and mentoring. SCF is a large program, actually quite an old one already. One of the most popular master programs in finance in Russia, maybe even the most popular. It takes 2 years. During the first year, that's an absolutely full-time program. So with around 8 to 12 hours per day is the usual time load that is estimated by our students. And the program is focused, of course, on corporate finance. So as you can see from the title of the program, but the curriculum is quite balanced. So we have the theory, we have practical-oriented courses. I will show you in a few minutes the structure of the program. So we have around 80 to 90 students every year. We have a student from absolutely different countries for 30, more than for 30 or even 35 countries as of today. As of today, we have 5 partner schools and universities in different countries. Also, I will show you the main partners in a minute. Our program is quite tightly affiliated with the Corporate Finance Research Center in HSC. So this is a research lab where our students, together with the research fellows, can conduct the studies in corporate finance, in behavioral finance, in corporate governance, and so on. We have actually, so the most important, what we can say about the program is where our alumni are working. So, and we can say that our alumni, the SF alumni, are working in different financial fields, in consulting companies, investment banks, in M&A companies and M&A boutiques and investment banks, M&A departments. We also have alumni in investment funds, in companies in the real sector, of course, and just businessmen, of course, as well. And yes, we have quite a lot of alumni as of today in academia, so making their PhD programs, and some of them are already professors in different universities. So after graduation, our alumni can join our HSC CF Alumni Club. So that is available, that is open for the alumni of 2 programs: Strategic Corporate Finance, that is a full-time program, and Corporate Finance, that is a part-time program for those who are already full-time employees. So we're open for collaboration, in research, in studying finance, and so on. So this is an academic community. So a few words about SF program structure. So we have the strict SF curriculum containing several obligatory courses that they are colored with yellow. So econometrics, advanced econometrics, and advanced macro and micro, advanced corporate finance, advanced business valuation, and theory of finance. So this is the like the core of the program. And we have a lot of different electives, and you can find the most popular here on this slide, yeah? Starting from M&A and corporate governance to Python and finance. We also go to the sphere of entrepreneurial finance, sustainable finance. We have the courses like that. So we have the behavioral finance part. We have the courses working with the very useful skills like financial modeling, for example. And we have, of course, the courses mostly more oriented to the math side of finance, like quantitative finance, financial econometrics, introduction to financial math, and so on. Besides, we have a part working with the project making. So this is the project seminar, usually the research project seminar, actually. And we have the methodological research seminar that could be really helpful for you. Of course, HEC is a national research university, so we have quite high level of research studies inside. So that is why it's really important to take some methodological courses to make a very good master thesis at the end of the program. As well, we have the 2 months internship in the second year of the program. You can choose to take this internship inside HSU University, for example, in corporate finance lab, or outside the university in different companies, corporations, banks, and so on. Before the program, we advise you to take some courses in the basic course of corporate finance and math for economists. And it's even better if you had the basic course of econometrics, or at least probability theory. So this is important just to succeed during the econometrics courses, advanced econometrics courses in the program. So you also need some knowledge of economic theory. Course during the program, you will be proposed against the advanced level of macroeconomics and microeconomics. So yeah, and of course you should have the fluent English course. We have people from different countries, so it's really important. So as of the next year, we have 3 different tracks in the program. So we have 3 mentors. I've already introduced them to you, and we have 3 tracks. So 2 general tracks: mergers and acquisitions and corporate decisions. So professors will give you more information on the tracks, and I will tell you about the research track that is mostly oriented on behavioral finance and corporate governance. So this is a slide about our faculty. So actually, the program was founded by Professor Irina Ivashkovskaya, who is the head of the School of Finance of HSU University, and she's a professor in finance. She's a full professor in our university. She for many years she worked for the World Bank, and she gave lectures in many countries. So she's famous in the corporate finance sphere. She will give you the course of advanced corporate finance. This is, I would say, the basic course of this program. And as of today, our program is headed by Yulia Vanesova, who is an associate professor in the School of Finance. And she also teaches corporate finance, and her project seminars are mostly concentrated in the real estate sector and different problems concerning ESG and things around that. So we have very diverse faculty for this program. The faculty, so we have several, quite a lot of academicians and a number of practitioners. We have the academicians with a PhD from top field program. For example, Victoria Dobrinska, who is an asset management, and she has a PhD from LSE. So she's mentoring some students from our program every year. So she can be the supervisor for your thesis, for your research thesis. And we have econometricians like Galina Bestromyanna, who's a professor working for many years for Stanford University. And as of today, she's a full professor here in HSU University. And she's really, really interesting as a supervisor as well. We have several basic courses like business valuation taught by Svetlana Grigorieva, who is here, and you can ask the questions to her about the valuation part of the program. So the second basic part of the program. And we have courses, very important courses for people in corporate finance, like corporate governance, corporate risk management, and things around that. So all about corporations. So, and they are taught by Professor Yuri Dranev, Professor Sergei Kuzubov, Victoria Cherkasova, who is working with the international aspects of corporate finance, and the others. Maria Kokareva, who is also here, teaches the financial modeling and is responsible also for the methodological seminar. And so Marie is working at the edge of the academics and practice, actually. So we have very interesting people from business. We have Dmitry Tikhomirov, who is a professor in HEC. At the same time, he's the head of the financial modeling at Web Bank. That is one of the top state banks in Russia. Actually, he has a very large team of alumni of SCF program and his own team in Web Bank. We have also quite a lot of alumni working today with us and teaching a bit as the additional activity, as charity. And at the same time, they're working in practice in technological companies. For example, Aziza Lugova, she's our alumna, and she's working now for VK company, the largest, so the second largest Russian tech company. We have two practitioners from Rosatom, so nuclear top Russian nuclear corporation. So Irina Skvortsova, who is also in business valuation, and Olga Guseva, who teaches the course of entrepreneurial finance. That is also quite interesting. So I can say a lot of words about the faculty, but let us go further, and then you can ask the questions on that. This is a slide about the partner universities. We have the exchange programs and double degree programs with a few universities. As of today, that's mostly Italian universities, and we are developing our programs with Shanghai University. This is one of the very large universities in China. We have so we're developing our activities, our exchange programs with the Asian university as of today. The list of the programs can be enlarged by your second year when you can go to the exchange program or double degree program. So this is our main alumni career track. So of course that's academia, that's investment banking companies, strategic and financial consulting, asset management, business valuation, and real sector. So main six directions, main six tracks. Year by year, we follow just some fashion in career tracks. So of course, this fashion depends on the situation in the world. So sometimes investment banks are more popular than the others. Sometimes consulting looks more attractive than others. Sometimes real sector. So our students prefer real sector to other career tracks. So again, these are just the list of the schools and companies our alumni working for. So that's just 4 cases of our recent alumni. So first two alumni, so Toby Aladuran and Olga Kapurina, they follow the academic track in academia. So Toby is finalizing his doctor research in sustainable finance in Luxembourg University, and Olga, so she made already two very good papers in a really good journals. So, and she's going to has her defense in finance in Beijing this year. So Aygrim Amarbekova and Shahti Sigdal, they are in business. So Aygrim, she's a very successful, one of the very successful recent alumni. She's a fellow associate in McKinsey in Kazakhstan, in Astana. And Shahti Sigdal, he's in investor relations in Nepal, but he's already a head of investor relations, despite he's just 2 years after the program. So that's a few words about the admission. So I have 2 different ways how to go to the program via Olympiads, so competitions for the students. The most popular one is Open Doors, and the second one is the most popular via portfolio competition, where you can provide your portfolio with a motivation letter, CV, recommendations, diplomas, publications, and all the information you can provide on your own. And then I can give a floor to to our mentors. So first, let us listen to Svetlana Grigorieva about the track on investment decisions and M&A.
Thank you very much. So good afternoon. So nice to meet you. And I would like to say you some words about the general track, which name is Investment Decisions, Mergers and Acquisitions and Restructuring. But before this, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Svetlana Grigorieva, and instead of mentoring of general track, I also teach the advanced corporate valuation course, as Anastasia has mentioned. So my research interests are in mergers and acquisitions sphere, valuation, and restructuring problems. Instead of it, I also take part in the research project, which is directed to mergers and acquisition questions. So it's a research project where our students, as from bachelor level, as from master level, take part. And in this research project, we usually discuss and go deeper into research questions concerning mergers and acquisitions, such as the performance and value creation in such deals and the factors that influence as the overall activities on the market of corporate control, as the factors that influence the success of mergers and acquisitions. So we research different aspects, such as, for example, the influence of CEO characteristics, CEO personal characteristics on M&A deals, or such problems as ESG factors, We also try to understand what influenced the size of the premiums that influence mergers and acquisitions. So different aspects and different problems. But this is about the research project. What we are doing, so in our general track, which also devoted to mergers and acquisitions, but also takes into account the investment decisions of corporations and restructuring questions. So this slide shows you different aspects and different questions which we discuss during this track. Of course, we start our meetings with the building of your individual study plan. So we usually discuss which courses will be more useful for you from the point of view of your future career, or what you want to know, and so on. Besides this, after this, we also discuss some questions concerning mergers and acquisitions. So you see these questions, they are presented on the slide. So what are the main trends in the market for corporate control? Why companies resort to restructuring? So what are the main waves in mergers and acquisitions, and what factors influence their M&A activity? So these are the main questions that we discuss from the point of view of mergers and acquisitions. Also, of course, we spend a lot of time on discussing your research ideas. So how to prepare your future master thesis, so how to find the research idea, how to prove it, and how to progress to successfully finish this master program. Also, some seminars are devoted to the questions which are connected with your future career. So how to build your career route, what will be most important questions for you, and so on. Also, for our tracks, we not only for this track but also for other tracks, we usually invite our graduate students who has a rather successful career route, and they tell you about the factors of their success. You may ask them questions. So some such meetings we also try to organize for you. So I guess that it's all that I would like to tell you. Of course, I'm open to your questions, and I would like to give the floor to my colleague, Maria Kokareva.
Thank you so much. There is a question. Maybe we could answer right now. I think this is the question about your track, yes?
Or I don't know, maybe we will...
Well, I see the hand, or we could answer afterwards.
Maybe we answer afterwards.
Okay. And thank you so much. Anastasia, could you please switch this slide? The other way around, I think. Yes, thank you. I would wish to continue with the description of the track I'm responsible for. This is also a general track. And as for all of the mentors track, we have similar aims. Yes, so we are discussing like 4 types of the questions during our mentors seminars. These are the, first of all, the questions that are study related, and this set of questions is the most crucial one at the very beginning of the studies, when you are just trying to capture all the methods of studying at the program. And as was already mentioned by Svetlana, we develop your individual study plan with think of how each subject could be linked with your career aspirations. If there are any any hesitations with the choice of the research project, or maybe the supervisor will also discuss all the possible variants. And of course, this is the place where we could discuss how the study is going. Yes, so we could get your feedback, and as members of the academic council of this program, we discuss all the issues and try to develop the program to be even more interesting and more efficient for your further career. The second part of the questions that we discuss at the mentors track is the professional development set of the questions. And here we do discuss the skills that you require. We could discuss the general skills that are expected from financial professionals and individual, depending on your particular aims. This is closely related to the career path issues, where we do ask our alumni to help you with the design of your career track. We discuss what would be the best strategy for build your professional network and how to interact with the professionals from the field. Finally, a large set of the questions are the research-related ones, because our mentors seminars provide you with good opportunities to discuss your research at different stages of it, and it helps to look at the benchmark of the research that we expect you to conduct during your studies. You could get the feedback, you could get an advice, you could get support from those students who also deal with similar topics and issues. So if we could move on, Anastasia, could you please help? Thank you. So as for particularly the track I'm responsible for, it is called the fundraising, capital structure, and payout policy. So we are mostly focused on the research questions that are closely related to the firm's financing. We look at the questions as how the firms choose between the variety of financing sources, how the peculiarity of the emerging markets or developed markets influence the debt to equity choice, what would be the interaction of the different financial decisions inside the company, depending on who owns the company, who manages the company. These questions are closely related to my personal research interests, which are mentioned on the slide as well. So I am particularly fond of the capital structure choice on emerging markets and the barriers that companies face in choosing different sources of financing, and how firms could actually choose the mix of debt and equity that would provide the firm with the resilient capital structure, resilient from any external shocks that would enhance the firm's value. At this program, I teach several courses. These are financial modeling course, and here we develop financial modeling skills and try to use the model, an Excel-based financial model, as an instrument to tell the story about the business. So this is the course which is extremely useful for most of the professions in the finance field. I also teach methodological research seminar and responsible for its organization, as well as the research project, which we run together with Anastasia Stepanova, and which is devoted to the corporate decision making. Basically, this project is a bridge between my mentor track and Anastasia's mentor track. And we are trying to answer the questions of how the interrelationship between top management of the company, the board of directors, and those who own the company influence the performance of the firm, influence the risk sharing of the firm. So the track I'm inviting you to is actually the general one. Therefore, you could join the track in both cases, whether you choose academic career, or maybe you would wish to see your future in private equity, in investment banks, or as the financial advisor. So I think that's all, and I would like to give the floor back to Anastasia. You're muted at this moment. We cannot hear you.
Yeah, finally, I managed to turn it on. So, yeah, so I will say a few words about the track I'm mentoring. So actually, I'm responsible for the research track in the program. My research interests are mainly concentrated in behavioral finance and corporate governance areas. So that's all about people. So this is the main track focus. So I'm ready to mentor and so I'm ready to supervise some students who would like to study people in finance. So non-financial motives in finance, CEO and investor motives and behavioral biases, some steps from rationality tracks. So complex structures, complex interrelations in finance and business. And of course, I will not say the similar things about the things we discuss in the track course. Of course, we discuss the individual plans and things like that, the choice of the courses, but I will just add that since this is a research track and the good master thesis, to my mind, is a published master thesis. So we discuss how to publish an academic paper. We discuss the PhD programs. We discuss how to choose between the academic track and business track. And of course, we try to discuss all the things about the applicability of the research in finance to business. So how we can apply the results of our financial studies to policy, to corporate policy, state policy, and so on. But of course, anyway, so quite a lot of students in the track follow their career in real sector. Some of them go to investor relations. Some of them follow CFO track, so real sector, but then step by step go to the financial director position. And of course, some of them go to portfolio management, asset management, and things like that. So you can take a look at my web page, so at my publications, and then you will just know just much more about myself and about my research interests if you take a look at my publications. I think that's enough, and we are ready to answer your questions. So I saw the hand. Yeah. So Hussein, could you please ask your question?
Hello, thank you so much for wonderful. Actually, I have done two-year bachelor degree in mathematics and statistics, and then I have got my master degree from China University as a fully funded scholarship in finance. Currently, I am working as a research assistant here in Indonesia, but I want to apply for another master degree in finance because here in Indonesia, I am working in economics research lab, which is not very interesting to me. I have published some article with my lab professor in prestigious journals such as Journal of Cleaner Production, but I want to move to corporate finance because it's my passion for that. So am I eligible for this kind of program because I already have one master degree, and after this master degree I want to pursue my PhD in corporate finance. So am I eligible for the program or not? Thank you so much.
So thank you for the question, Hussein. So yes, we do have some students that followed not their first master program. So we have the students who followed, for example, who took one master program in, I don't remember, nanophysics and things like that. Yeah, and then they switched, or they decided that finance, corporate finance is really important for them. And they also pursue the program in strategic corporate finance. So that's why, yeah, I can see here the large problem with that. Yeah. So the only thing is how to prepare your portfolio. Yeah. So how to prepare to the studies. Yeah. So it's important. It's important whether you had the questions, whether you had the courses in economics and math. So if you had all the courses, so math and economics, so you can, of course, you can apply, and that can be a good portfolio.
There are two questions in the chat that we are to answer, as I believe. So there is the question on the application process for international students. Yeah, so we had a slide on that, so it will be available. Yes, so still there is a portfolio, yeah, that you have to submit, and the admission committee looks at this portfolio and then organizes an interview. So
I guess
Yeah,
that we have one more question. Yeah, so you are welcome.
Ayanda,
Ayanda, yeah.
please ask the question.
Ayanda, do you hear us?
We cannot hear you actually. You can also put your question into the chat to make sure that we've got the question.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good day, everyone.
Hello.
Good day. So my name is Janet, and I'm from Nigeria. I had my BSc in accounting here in Nigeria. I graduated 2021. So, and it has been my passion and dream to study corporate finance at master's level. So the thing is, I study accounting, and the requirement for the portfolio is also publications, and I don't have any publication yet, but I have outstanding grades in my academics, and I am currently working in a consulting firm, in an accounting firm here in Nigeria, where I prepared several audited financial statements here in Nigeria. I also work with clients. I provide accounting service. So my question is, with all of this experience, with all of these outstanding grades and all that, but I don't have a publication yet. So I want to know if I'll still be qualified for the admission now.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Actually, yeah, the publications are not obligatory for the portfolio. Yeah, so that can give you a bonus. Yeah, but that's not obligatory to have any publications. So I would say that more than 70% of the students do not have any publications before their master degree. Yeah, so that's okay. Yeah, that's not a great problem.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
There is one more question from the chat according to about the distribution of students between different tracks but in particular the M&A track. So actually we have rules of how we select students for different tracks. So you apply for the track. So you provide an order of your preferences for 3 tracks. And yes, usually we have non-even distribution of interest between different tracks depending on a particular year. And then we have to limit some of the applications. So we have rules for that. We publish them before the selection process. And actually, we are editing these rules each year. So I believe the criteria for for the next academic year will be ready somewhere in August. But usually we look at your results and the time of application as well.
Mm-hmm.
There is another question on the scholarship. Maybe Oksana could comment on that.
But I already answered in the chat. So everyone who would like to be considered for the scholarship should apply before March 15. I actually advise to do it right now because like it takes time, so it should not be postponed to the last minute. And after March 15, we can only we don't know more or less if we will be able to award any scholarships or not. So we invite you to apply. And the scholarship is zero tuition fee plus the students get subsidized housing. So it is a good idea to apply right now. And what else? Application is free of charge. There is no application fee. And you just upload your documents and that's all. It's like for international applicants. If you are a Russian applicant, there is so-called раннее приглашение, which is more or less the same approach, but you need also to apply the HSC website with your credentials. Monthly stipend is, yes, paid. It is not a huge amount, but it helps you to pay for the dormitory, which is probably 20 euro a month or similar amount. Okay. Now you have many questions.
Yeah, and we also have Masha who raised her hand. Yeah.
Yeah, hello. I have already wrote in the chat my question, but my question is, I don't have IELTS and jury, but my English is upper intermediate. How could I prove it in a portfolio? This, so I don't have certificates that proves that my level is upper intermediate. How can I prove it?
Well, I guess that's via internal exam, yes, or by certificates. So 2 opportunities.
Okay. So if I don't have any certificates, it doesn't influence on that I will have the same chance that another students. Only I will prove exams in
of course.
of economics. Okay, thank you.
Do it via exam. So we have one more question in chat, and the hand from Anthony. Yeah, do you have the same question as in the chat? Is in chat?
Yes, I have the same question as in the chat.
So I guess it's about the PhD program. Yeah.
Yes, I'm asking about the PhD program, and I also do not have GRE. but my program it has a lot of mathematics courses, and I think I'm good at mathematics. Or I will also have to do a test to prove my mathematical capabilities.
I think it's much better to ask the head of the PhD school in economics about the enrollment into PhD program, because actually we don't have, so these processes are really different. So the application to master program and the application to PhD program in HSC.
I can check for this particular student because I think that there is a problem with the timing. So I sent you an email to send me your question, and I will check if you send me exact dates when you will get your diploma. Then I can check for you, because at HSC the students get diplomas awarded in July. So those students definitely can be enrolled if admitted to the PhD school in economics. But you say in September, it is not, I'm not sure, I need to check with the school. So please send me the more details. Thank you.
All right, I will.
There is another question by Sean.
Yes, good evening, colleagues. I have a question about the English level. So if my bachelor's degree was fully teach in the English, is it considered as a certificate, the fact that I understand and can learn in English in the master degree?
As for me, I don't clearly hear you. I don't know what about my colleagues.
Yeah, there was the problem.
Oh yeah, maybe you use chat to type your question. It's impossible for you. If it's impossible, please repeat it once again.
Yes, so my question was about the fact that my bachelor's degree was fully teach in English. So I'm interested about the thing that is it considered as a certificate, or the fact that I can participate in your program in English?
So as far as I understand, we need some certificates or internal exam. What certificates we accept, you may look using the link in our presentation.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We have so for the international students via international admission, we have a chance that we can just make an interview, yeah, if their portfolio is really good in the other directions, so not about the language, yeah. So and then interview should be enough to say about the level of your English. So that's not necessary to go through this certificate. Of course, if you have a certificate, that's the best way, yeah. But if you don't have, so there is another way.
We have one more question by Abiyu. Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. So my second question is about the fact that which number of the score is considered as a good for the portfolio application?
Sorry, which number of what?
Which number of score is considered as good?
Which number of scores? So that depends on the year. So that's absolutely different from year to year. Of course, this is a competition. Yeah. So sometimes we have the scores like 70, 75 plus, sometimes lower, sometimes higher. So it depends. So it's not it's not flat across time. So it's hard to say, but anyway, so you should to understand whether your portfolio is good or not, you can check the slide with the with the activities you should take before you enter the program. Yeah, so I just gave you a bit of information, yeah, on what we are waiting from our the applicants. Yeah, so some basic knowledge of math, some basic knowledge of economic theory, so basic knowledge of finance is better, probability theory or basic econometrics is even more better, so and so on. Yeah, so this is how you can judge on your own, or you can also talk to our alumni actually. So if you want, we can share the contacts of our alumni and you can talk to them.
Yes, okay, thank you.
So we have 4 more questions. Yes, so Avi, can you please ask your question?
Okay, my name is Benedicta, and I'm speaking from Ghana. I was a few minutes late into the meeting, but then getting to the meeting, I could get track of the three tracks. So I want to confirm, are they the only tracks available? And secondly, as an international student, how do you choose the kind of track you want? Do you do it once classes have commenced, or you need to select your tracks right before classes commence? Thank you.
Would you please repeat the first question? I didn't quite get.
Okay, so I would like to confirm the number of tracks available, because I got 3 because I was a few minutes late into the meeting. So I would like to please confirm if the tracks available are 3.
Yes, we have 3 tracks, and you apply for the tracks when you start the program. At the very beginning, you select. At the very beginning of the program, you select the track that you wish to join.
I got that.
Yeah.
And the behavioral finance and corporate governance. So those are the 3 I got. I'd like to know if there are more to the tracks.
We can't hear you well, Benedicta, so maybe you can put your question into the chat. So I've got that you want to know something about the track on corporate governance, but I can't hear the whole question.
Maybe your question is about the additional tracks, but now we have only 3 tracks, no more.
Okay.
If you're interested in corporate governance, so some of the tracks of these tracks suggest as the course on corporate governance as some of the recommended course, but I guess that it concerns more the track which is held by Maria, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. But special tracks we do not have on corporate governance.
Yeah. So please, if we haven't answered your question, please print it in the chat. Maybe we will be able to elaborate more.
All right, so let me do that, please.
Okay, can I start?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much for your smart presentation, and I got detailed explanations regards about the program. I thank you for the information session. My question is Just I'm from Ethiopia. How are you from Ethiopia? And my question is regards the academic mobility. You have alumni universities that they are student exchange programs. So what that mean that the students are going to study in the other university in different semesters, or what do you mean by what do you mean by that, or in which extent that you are going to share in other universities or in your alumni universities? This is the first question. And the second question is that the scholarship for international students, there is amount of ruble that you are going to stipend them, their livings. And is that enough? As you said, I think in the international students are said like it's not enough like that. Yeah, different frustrations are there because as you know that the international students may not know the country how work additional work can do in different things. So so we have to know which costs are covered and which is not covered, and in which extent that we are going to stipend should be clear. I think I need to clear in this regards. If it is possible, please tell me about it. Thank you very much.
Yes, please. I would like to answer to both questions. Indeed, there are prospects of academic international mobility. We have various universities partnerships in both the faculty and at the university level. And the students usually during the second year of the master programs, those who really are interested to study with our partner universities, they can participate in the academic mobility programs. Also, we have some students who are actually studying in some European universities during the second year, and those who are admitted to the strategic corporate finance. I will do a presentation in September to explain how to apply and how to participate in these academic mobility study programs. As for the second question, which is, and let me finish the first question first. When the students study during the academic mobility, their study plan is approved by the HEC. Their study plan is approved by the HEC. So because of that, their classes are credited towards the ones that they passed on a satisfactory marks are credited towards their graduation requirements. And also they, while they are abroad, they need to cover all their living and travel and other expenses. Now back to the expenses in Moscow and what the scholarship pays. First, the scholarship pays all your tuition. You don't pay to study. Second, the scholarship provides you a subsidized housing, which is you only pay probably 20 euro a month, or maybe even 10 euro a month. It depends on the dormitory location and what kind of charges they do. You also get free internet on campus and in the dormitory, and also the university buildings. You get free access to free books and free access to the library, and you also get a subsidized transport card. At the same time, the students are responsible to pay their food, their public transit, their travel, visa, and so on. Exact, more precise calculations I can send out after the meeting, because we have different estimates made both by students and by HEC colleagues. So now they can you will be able to read it at leisure after the meeting. So that will answer your question exactly how to deal with it. Okay. Who else would like to ask the question? Probably Masha. Masha raised your hand.
Yes. Again, hello. I want to ask about sources for preparing. In the message where was said about this meeting, was given some resources of economics and macroeconomics in Coursera. Do you have sources of microeconomics? Can you suggest some sources?
I'm not sure I can suggest at the moment, but if you send me an email, I will check what other courses we have available among the courses that we recommend the students.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. There is a question which someone is interested how the master course in strategic corporate finance is different from the master in finance offered by HEC. I'm not sure. Does anyone know? Because I'm not familiar with other programs. I really am not sure how to.
I believe that Praveen means masters in finance in St. Petersburg. Am I right? So we don't have just masters in finance here in Moscow. We have all these programs like SCF is also a master in finance, yeah, but the focus is mostly on corporate finance. We have master in financial economics, yeah, conducted by ICF, International College of Economics and Finance. So it's mostly theoretically oriented. We have also master in something like financial institutions, master financial institutions, but it is taught in Russian and it is mostly oriented for those guys who are going to work with the market instruments. We have master in finance in St. Petersburg campus. Yes, this program is not so concentrated on corporate finance. That's it. So this is the main difference, but of course, the faculty is different. Yeah, I would say the courses are really, really different. So corporate finance means that's mainly about the teamwork. So we are working with the case studies during all the major courses. So corporate finance, valuation, and so on. We make the teams, we form the teams in the very beginning of the whole program in September, and we make the teams as diverse as possible. So every team consists of the students with different background, with different languages, and so on. And you work within the team over the case studies in corporate finance. And then in the beginning of the second semester, we joined the teams. So we mixed the teams up, and you have a new team, and you have more experience of teamwork, and then you work with your teams with the second semester, with your new teams during the second semester. And so on. So this is the way how we do in strategic corporate finance. Yeah, but that's not the usual way. For example, for some other programs in finance. So of course, that's mostly I would say the business school approach.
Okay, then Dennis, maybe. What is your question, Dennis? We have two raised hands, so please, Dennis.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. My name is Francis from Ghana. My network is not good here, so I've been on and off since the start of this information session. So I may not be able to know if the question I'm about to ask is already answered. HSC gives room for students to select two programs. My question is, how can a student identify the admission committee that one of the first priority program did not go through, so they should concentrate on the second program?
I'm not sure I understand. What is the question? How to, if you don't go through in one program, but you do it simultaneously, you just apply to both programs and they do evaluation, that's all.
If you select program did not notify the admission team that your first program did not go through, that's the question I'm asking.
If you want to apply to a third program, you need to email, to send a message to moderator to your application portal. But frankly speaking, there is a high chance though that if you have two denials already, it is not a good idea to keep applying, even though you can try to ask to change the program to the third one. What I do recommend to everyone, if you fail for any reason this year, you should wait till the end of summer, get prepared at the moment, and at the end of summer apply to the Open Doors Olympiad, because Open Doors Olympiad winners, and they are awarded full scholarships and admission like on a relevant profile. For example, all programs of the Faculty of Economic Sciences would accept a student from the economics and econometrics Olympiad profile. So you should really consider doing so, because this will bring you after you become a winner of the Olympiad, and there is not a single person winner, there are many winners, so to say. Okay, so you could apply again.
Thank you very much.
Next year, right. So Dennis, you wanted to ask the question, please go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Dennis. I'm talking from Ghana. Please, I applied last year, November, when they opened application, and I got an email confirming 50% scholarship of my program. That is the international business in Asia Pacific region, plus Russian government reserve. I would like to know, they gave me in the email confirming if I still insist on the full scholarship, I'll have to wait till March. I want to know how that process will be, if I will also receive the same email, or I would have to reapply for the government scholarship reserve.
Even though I think I understand what you are asking, but I'm not sure I understand what is sort of process you are referring to. Could you please, also if you applied not to the Faculty of Economic Sciences, I may be not aware of their, of other faculties' processes. However, we consider all the applications now, and those who did not receive a full scholarship has a low chance to receive a scholarship in March. So again, I would offer to participate in the Open Doors Olympiad, but maybe you would like to send me an email. I will put my email in the chat, and then you can send me an email about your questions. I don't know, I will send it to my colleagues in the admission, because I'm not sure it is about the strategic corporate finance. Please, we would like to have like maybe a couple more questions and to conclude for today. If you feel like we could answer more 1 or 2 questions, please, those who would like to ask, please go ahead.
We have one more hand.
Yeah, we have 3 actually, but
yeah, I mean a new one.
okay. Please.
Guess Abu, yeah? Abu Anas, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm here. I'm a student from Nigeria, and this is more about how to integrate into the Russian society, actually, because I have studied outside of my country before, and I understand, even though the language of instruction might be English, there's a fair amount of the local language that would be needed. So I want to ask in that regard, what opportunities are there for students to learn, the previous and net and that we could have? Thank you.
Okay, this is easy. First of all, if you are interested to study first in the preparatory year of Russian, for those who receive a full scholarship offer, they can choose to study Russian for 1 year. This is one thing. The other thing is that from the last year, the HSC has an African Association of Students, and you are invited to participate. This is not a single association, because there are a lot of different associations of different students. Some students are fond of sports, some students, they associate based on their nationality, and they have their own celebrations and so on. So basically, you can participate in many events, and this way you'll become integrated. I would also like to add that in summer we will have an information, maybe I'm not sure about summer, maybe in spring. We will see how time a little bit later. We will invite all the students who, with admission offers, we will invite them to the Zoom meeting with the current students who are, we have students from many countries, but also we have like a lot of students from Ghana and Nigeria. So we will invite those students to talk to you and explain their own experience and give you advice on the various topics. So it will be kind of taken care of. Now I'd like to have a final question from Veronica, who said she has an admission, she has an interview already, and she's waiting for the confirmation. I'm not sure at the moment what was the decision, but indeed, if you had an interview already, you will soon get an email confirming your status and the status of your offer. So I'm not sure if we can have any more answers. What do you think, please? I think our questions are kind of like we don't have any new questions which we can answer at the moment. So maybe we should close our meeting. What do you think?
Yes, thank you all for participating and the questions. And we would wish to see you all as the applicants to our program.
And, have the emails, yes, so you know where to ask.
Yes, everyone was very active. Thank you very much for participation, and we will be in touch. So see you later. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
you.
Have a good
Bye
day.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.